New Jersey Governor Chris Christie announces his presidential plans this morning in his hometown. Sources tell CBS News the Republicans' campaign kickoff will feel more like a town hall than a stump speech. He will take questions and will not make prepared remarks.
National polls show Christie's support is in single digits. Only 30% of voters in his home state approve of Christie's performance as governor. John Heilemann, managing editor of Bloomberg Politics, is with us. John, good morning.
Hi.
So you can already see the banner for governor.
I'm here to engage in a little jiggery pokery, as Justice Scalia would put it. Let's get down to business.
Applesauce. Yeah, and applesauce. Welcome to the table again. Governor Chris Christie, his campaign slogan is going to be telling it like it is. I thought the art of politics was telling people what they want to hear.
Oh, Nora, you're so cynical. He is trying to make a virtue out of many things. Some things about his temperament. He's obviously a guy with a candid, sometimes excessively candid way of going about his business. And he's also trying to build a policy agenda that is the truth teller's policy agenda on entitlement reform, education reform. He is trying to be, in some ways, the John McCain of 2016. More, I think, as a matter of necessity than opportunity. He's in a bad place. You know, he was once the de facto frontrunner in the race. He's now languishing. He doesn't have a lot of ways to get back, but he's got a narrow path, and he's going to try to get there that way.
Yeah, but go ahead. But the poll ratings in his own state, John, are some of the lowest that they've ever been. Isn't that normally a bad sign for someone who's now stepping out on the national stage?
It is not ideal, Gail. It is not ideal. But it's actually the poll.
That is kind of another question.
But it's a very democratic state.
But it's also, yes, but he won re-election overwhelmingly in 2013 with a lot of votes from Democratic voters, Hispanic voters, African-American voters. He has gone way downhill in the last 18 months on that front. And I think the poll numbers are reflective of the real problem, which is New Jersey's growth rate is 0. Its unemployment rate is higher than the national average. It's had 9 credit rating downgrades in the Christie's term. People don't like Chris Christie in New Jersey because New Jersey is not doing very well. And so for a presidential candidate who ideally wants to go out and sell the Massachusetts miracle, the New Jersey miracle, whatever the state they're from, he doesn't have that story to tell. And that's a problem for him for sure.
Let's talk about Donald Trump.
Oh, let's.
He's in the news because how he runs his conversations about immigrants. How is he doing, though? How is he connecting with voters? What are his chances?
Well, his chance, I mean, look, Charlie, he is not going to be the Republican nominee, I don't think. But there is, obviously, he's a celebrity. Obviously, he has high name recognition. But more than that, there is a part of the Republican Party that is very open to the argument that foreigners are a problem. We should have protectionist trade policies. We should keep immigrants out of the country. That set of policies and that temperament, that give them hell kind of temperament, is what attracted a lot of Republican voters to Pat Buchanan back in 1996, where he won the New Hampshire primary. Up in New Hampshire, there's still a pocket of those voters there who like Donald Trump, and there's a pocket of those voters across the country who also like Donald Trump for that reason.
The other big headline today is Jeb Bush is going to release 33 years of his tax returns today. There have been questions about how he's made money and his past business dealings. What do you think we'll discover from those? Well,
look, I don't have a crystal ball on this, but I will say it's a very bold thing to do. It's the most years of tax returns that any presidential candidate in either party have ever put forward. Bob Dole had set the record back in 1996 with 30 years previously. And the Bush campaign is basically saying, look, they I think have learned from what happened with Mitt Romney in 2012. Jeb Bush is a rich guy. If you wait longer, it's more of a problem. Get it out now, deal with whatever the negative implications are, so you can then move on and not have it get in the way when you're actually standing in front of voters in the primaries and caucuses.
All right, John Heilemann, thank you. Always good to have you at the table.
Gail, thank you.